Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christabel Ndiokelu and this is Christabel by Design. On this channel, I make videos on productivity, intentionality, authenticity, and how to design the life you want to live. So today we are going to be talking about Keystone habits. This is a very exciting topic for me because Keystone habits are very important and I've been trying to work on building some Keystone habits in my life. What are Keystone habits? Charles Duhigg, he wrote a book called The Power of Habits. It's a nice one to read to just understand the science of habits and all of that. So Charles Duhigg explained what Keystone habits are as small changes, tiny changes that you make that cause a ripple effect and then cause better results down the line in other aspects of your life. I'm just gonna go ahead and read his definition so that I don't murder it. According to Charles Duhigg, Keystone habits are small changes or habits people introduce to their routines that unintentionally carry over into other areas of their lives. Keystone habits are very crucial. You start doing a Keystone habit and then it spills over like unintentionally to other areas of your life without you consciously making effort in those other areas of your life. Good Keystone habits are amazing because they create a ripple effect of good behavior in other aspects of your life. Bad Keystone habits are also bad because they create a negative ripple in your life. I'm going to share some Keystone habits or look towards forming in your life. The first one is what is called the Health Trinity. That's the trinity of exercise, healthy food, and good sleep. Very important for everyone. I'm personally trying to get on the exercise train. The other one is good sleep. Ooh, good sleep is amazing because it literally makes you almost as if you're a new person. Sleep recharges, sleep rejuvenates. It just makes you feel happier, more balanced. You make better decisions when you have good sleep. And I mean, there are so many scientific studies that show that good sleep is literally as important as good food and as exercising. One of them would most likely spill into the other two, right? When you eat well, it's easier to sleep well, and when you sleep well, it's easier to exercise, and so the cycle just continues. So that's like a trinity. That's the first one. The second one is gratitude, right? Yeah, I feel like I always sing about gratitude. It's really important, like just having a mindset of gratitude, of happiness, of thankfulness, of gratefulness. Always cultivating the mindset of seeing the good, not being like blind to bad things in your life, but let them not be the only things you see and the only things you focus on. A grateful person is more likely to do productive things than somebody who is not grateful. The third habit is reading. Reading is a really important habit to have, and I know that a lot of people don't like to read books. Whoever you are, when you want to buy medication, don't you like read what the medication says because your life depends on it? When you want to sign a contract, don't you read it because it's something that is important to you? So I just think that this is like a limiting belief that can actually be worked on. So you don't have to always read like hard copy books. You can always read ebooks. You can also do audiobooks are amazing right now. So if you're not somebody who likes to do physical book reading, you can actually read ebooks on your phone. You can also listen to audiobooks, which is amazing, and a lot of authors now record their own audiobook in their own voice, so it's like listening to one very long podcast. It's a good way to get the feeling of the author, because when the author is reading out the book, it just like brings the book to life in your mind. So you don't have to do the traditional reading of an actual hardcover note. You can always read an ebook. You can also listen to the audio version of the book. Okay. So the next Keystone habit to form is the habit of planning. It's really important to plan your weeks, plan your days. I think I'm going to do a video on how I plan my weeks and how I plan my days just for productivity and to achieve my goals, right? So planning your weeks and planning your days is really crucial. It also creates a ripple effect in your life of being productive and of following through, and these are habits that are important. When you do the Keystone habit of planning, it then follows with another habit of execution, because when you plan, it's easier to execute those plans on a weekly and on a daily basis. The next Keystone habit is dressing better. Ooh, yeah, guys, let me tell you, because just in case you want to like be like, no, dressing, I'm gonna confess, I don't generally put a lot of effort into my appearance. I mean, I don't go out looking like a homeless person. I wouldn't do that. Like, I think grooming wise, I always look fine. But I just generally, I don't know. It's not every day. I don't even generally make up. I was joking with somebody the other day. I was like, I've made up in the past 3 months of having a YouTube channel more than I probably made up in the last 6 years. And guys, I'm not exaggerating. I did not have a foundation for probably like 5 years and all of that. But yeah, so whatever. I'm just trying to say that I'm not saying this because I am like the best dresser or whatever. But yeah, I just noticed that personally on days that I do put in effort, right, to get dressed and match my clothes and all of that and get them arranged ahead of time, I'm buying nice clothes for myself. It just boosts your mood, right? And when your mood is boosted, you find it easier to do other things, right? So dressing better is definitely a keystone habit that we should all look towards forming. You don't have to like go outside of your income bracket to buy clothes. There are always outfits that are smart and nice within your budget. I would never recommend going outside of your budget. Like, in fact, like, thrifted clothes are the best type of clothes. When you show up dressed properly, it helps you out, right? Yeah. One of my elder sisters, she used to tell me, like, when you want to go to some stores in Abuja, you have to dress properly, and all of that, so that you can bargain properly, right? Because when you go to some stores dressed shabbily, people like look at you like, can she afford it? But when you go to the store dressed very well, dressed in something that looks like what they sell there, right? And then you are like, they say it's 10,000 naira, you're like, okay, is it not 5,000? Or you can even start from 3,000 and they will not go and sit down and leave you alone because you're dressed properly. Anyway, but that's by the side. Another keystone habit to look towards forming is dressing your bed. Ooh, I remember when I was in secondary school, I attended a boarding school, right? And dressing my bed used to be like the best thing ever. Think about it, if you were a boarder, right, and you dressed your bed in the morning and you leave. Anyway, my school wasn't optional, you had to dress your bed, but whatever. But just imagine like dressing your bed, the feeling when you go out, right, and you've dressed your bed and you come back after school for siesta and your bed is dressed and your pillow is fluffed and all you just need to do is to just lay your head versus coming back, right, and you didn't dress your bed in the morning for whatever reason, which if you attended the kind of school I attended, that was going to attract some sort of punishment for not dressing your bed. If you didn't dress your bed, you come back, you have to dress it before you sleep, right? And it's just like a different vibe. And in the same way, like as an adult now, there's the feeling coming back to a dressed bed, right? Whether you dress it, whether you ask somebody to dress it for you, but like just forming that habit of having a dressed bed. In most homes, right, your bed is most likely the biggest furniture piece you have in your bedroom, right? So imagine when that biggest furniture piece is tidy versus when that biggest furniture piece is untidy. The feeling is different, right? The sleep you get on a tidy bed and on an untidy bed, completely different types of sleep. So yeah, dressing your bed is actually a really good keystone habit to form. The final keystone habit to look towards forming is having a consistent routine. Now this one is very important, right? It's not just for kids. Think about why parents always like to have their kids on a schedule, because it helps their productivity. So as an adult, it's important to have a routine, right? You don't need to always be stressing your head all the time to find out what to do. Decision fatigue is a big deal. That's the fatigue you feel because you're always having to decide what to do, when to do it, and all of that. So it's important to have a consistent routine. What do you do on Mondays? What do you do on Tuesdays? What do you do on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, on Fridays, on Saturdays, on Sundays? What do you do? It's good to just have that mental mindset of what you do. It helps you to be more consistent. It helps you to be more put together when you have a routine that you follow all the time. And in that way, having a consistent routine and time for doing stuff, it spills over to the other aspects of your life. Like imagine, like I keep going back to boarding school. I don't know, a lot of people say that they don't like boarding school, right? But just the experience of being in a boarding school was amazing for me. I don't know, I really look back on it with a lot of fondness. There were a lot of things that my particular school did and practices that it had that I don't really subscribe to, and that I would have loved for it not to be the case at the time, and even now looking back. But overall, I really loved being in a boarding school, guys. Woo! Oof, I love routine. I love routine. I just love the fact of 9:20. If you attended my school, shout out to anybody who attended my school. If you're watching this video, comment down below what 9:20 was. 9:20 was a very special time for all of us that attended my school. 9:20 on weekdays especially. Ooh, best feeling in the world. 9:20 was special. So was 2:45. 2:45 was when we closed from school. And so was like 9:30. 9:30 was the end of night prep for juniors, and I think eventually 10:30 or 10 o'clock was the end of night prep for seniors. And it felt so good to know what you were doing at the time. I just loved having that routine, and that's something I still try to recreate for myself now, because it just makes you more productive. Like, it's not like you're like, oh, it's 5 p.m. what am I supposed to be doing by this time? Oh, it's 6 p.m. what am I supposed to be doing by this time? It's just fantastic to have a routine, right? It just helps you to be more productive. Come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this video from beginning to the end, I don't know what to say. You're so sweet. Thank you. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, I think we need to have a chat. Like, what's the problem? What could be your challenge? Let me know. Like, tell me, what is it? Why aren't you subscribed to my channel? You know what to do. Click on the button. Subscribe. Anyway, I like to say I was just kidding, but I wasn't. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really grateful to be back here. If you attended the same secondary school with me, what was 9:20 for? Until next time, keep living your life intentionally, keep growing, keep being authentic, because really there are no two yous. There are no two yous.